Well, I am thrilled to be joined here in studio today by the founder of New Jersey Tai Chi, Mr. Harry Legg. Harry, thanks for coming in.
Thank you, Brian. Love it.
Great to have you here. We've got a lot to talk about. So I want to start out with kind of a dummies question. You know, people think Tai Chi, and I think originally I was this way. I thought of, you know, people in the park doing moves, and that was the extent of what I knew about what it might be. It's more than that. Can you demystify that for me?
Sure. That is the common thought, that it's just people in the park moving really, really slow, and that's it. It's just an exercise. That's so not the case. First off, most people may not realize Tai Chi is a deadly martial art, not just an exercise for seniors. But you might wonder, how does a deadly martial art have all this health benefit, and why is it done for health so frequently?
Right.
Okay.
Yeah, right. What's that crossover?
Right. So your typical martial art, which we would call an external martial art, maybe taekwondo or karate would be a really good example. That is using a lot of muscle tension, very tough, kind of tight in many cases. Tai Chi works the opposite. It works through softness, through relaxation, a much deeper level than most people would ever realize is possible. And that softness beats the muscle tension in the strength.
Absolutely. Let's talk about finding an instructor, right? Because people can study with you, and you have an instructor. Tell me a little bit about that experience.
Okay, well, I do have a master level, world-renowned teacher. His name is Richard Clear, and he's based in the Knoxville, Tennessee area. So there's a number of things when you're looking for a proper teacher or school. One of the things is a little controversial. Yes, and I'm going to make some people unhappy.
Okay.
But I have to be honest, I don't just feel that way. My teacher and many other masters feel this way. If you are teaching Tai Chi purely for health, you still need to at least show what the martial applications of the movements are. There's very good reason for that. If you are just doing these goofy choreographic moves that you would see in Tai Chi, and you have zero understanding of what those moves do, well, first of all, from a very basic perspective, you're gonna have trouble memorizing them. But then to get the proper alignments, proper efficiency of body movement, proper structure, all of which brings about good health, you must have a basic understanding of the martial side.
Wow. It occurs to me, it reminds me a little bit about music. You know, you can learn a couple chords and have great enjoyment with the basics, but then you can take it as deep as you possibly want or could. And it's a lifetime of practice and experience. It reminds me of that.
Yeah, you could do a technically perfect musical performance, but it could lack the emotion and the soul. So it's very much the same thing with your Tai Chi. You could have the moves technically correct, but if you don't have the understanding, if you don't have the energy running through you as well, now that's another issue.
Right.
A lot of places are teaching just what we would, in the dance world, you'd call it choreography. In the martial arts world, we would call it form. And they're teaching just the movement, the choreography. So, if they're not teaching the energetic qualities to Tai Chi, that's another problem, another issue. Because without the energy, why would you choose Tai Chi? You could choose walking, you could choose ballroom dancing, you could do so many other things. But Tai Chi has a laundry list of benefits that are evidence-based. You can look up Harvard Medical Tai Chi, and you will see, off the top of my head, arthritis, Parkinson's disease, hypertension, and on and on and on and on. So you want to get the energy.
Let's touch on your webinar, because you've had a successful new webinar that you've put out. Tell me about that.
Okay, well, it's alignmyenergy.com. What we find is people are being zapped of their energy because their body is fighting itself, and you don't even know it. Anytime you have tension anywhere in your body is burning energy and fighting itself. So I have taken principles from Tai Chi, so you don't have to be a Tai Chi student, taken principles from Tai Chi and put together a program in this webinar that brings to light the problems with your alignment, your tension, and then how to relax, how to include your mind. And it makes a massive difference. It's gonna help you sleep. It's gonna help you store energy and not burn it. So you get a good night's sleep and you wake up refreshed. We talk about the bio battery that we have, so to speak, and we can store energy in that.
Well, thanks for joining me, and let's take a look at some demonstrations.
Thank you. All right, so to talk about how Tai Chi works versus your typical external martial arts, in which you would see this. If Paul throws a punch at me, go ahead. You'll see a lot of this in external martial arts. That bone on bone, it's very hard, and it's harder to do as you get older. Tai Chi works through relaxation, so I'll give you a few examples. If I stand here like Joe Tough Guy, chest all, puffed up, and hey man, you took my parking spot, and he goes to put a hand on me to move me, it's really easy because I'm full of tension, okay? But now, if I'm relaxed, and it doesn't mean that I have bad posture, I still have good posture, but I'm relaxed, if he does the same thing, go ahead. He's got a problem. All right, so we've talked about why, when you're learning Tai Chi for health, you still need to have some exposure to the martial applications so that you have an idea of what the movements do. So one of the first moves that most everyone sees in their form is this, called rise and fall. Let me show you a couple of things that can do. If Paul throws some punches at me, and down he goes. That's a very simplified explanation, but you should know what this can do. There's another thing. If Paul grabs me down here to hold me in place because his buddies are coming to pounce on me, let me show you the wrong way to do this with tension, so go ahead. If I'm using tension, I have that. But if I'm relaxed, he pops right off. So the downward motion on that pops him right off, but I have to be soft and my whole body must be connected. So you can see one of the reasons why you definitely want to show the martial applications. It's very important to have proper body structure, proper alignment, proper efficiency of movement, and the connection all the way through your body. Without that, you're missing out on some of the health benefits.